So if you have let me change it. 5%, 50%, and 326%. What this means as a fraction is 5 over 100, 50 over 100, 326 over 1,000. Now, I'll show you how I figure that out. What I like to do is change it to a decimal first. So let's say we don't write this in right now. So for a percent, we put a decimal where the percent is, and we go 2 jumps to the left. And then you fill it in, and there's your decimal. So it's 0.05. And then you can change it to a fraction very easily. So the number is our numerator, and then wherever it ends is our denominator. So this is tenths and this is hundredths. So 100 is our denominator. To change this, we would do 50%. We would change the percent to a decimal and then move 2 to the left, and it would be 0.5. And then 50 over 100, because we could do this, or it's the same simplified is 0.5 is 5/10, right? These are the same. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So if you were to say that the decimal was 0.5, you would be correct. If you said 0.50, you would be correct. They're both the same. Okay, and then 326%. So we change this to a decimal and we go over 2. And that means that this is a whole number, so it's 3, and then the fraction part is 26 over 100. Does that make sense to you? This is a whole number right here.
Okay.
So that is how you do a percent to a decimal and a decimal to a fraction. To change a decimal to a percent, so if I had 0.07 and 0.33, we went 2 to the left here. To change to a percent, we're going to go 2 to the right and then put a percent sign. So this is 7% and this is 33%.
Okay.
And then obviously we can change this pretty easily to a fraction. So the numerator is 7, and where does it end? It ends on the hundredths place, so it's 7 hundredths. And then this one is numerator is 33, and then where does it end? It ends on the hundredths place, so that's our denominator. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything, do you want me to write that first problem as an example before I end the video? The 2/9 G one?
Sure.
Okay. So 2/9 G equals -8. Whenever you have a fraction with a letter, you use the reciprocal to clear it. So if it's 2/9, you multiply it by 9 halves, and then whatever you do on one side, you do on the other. This cancels each other out. G equals -72 over 2, because -8 times 9 is 72. 2 times 1 is 2.
Okay.
If we had 1/3 x equals -10, then we would use the reciprocal. 3 over 1, 3 over 1, and then this cancels each other out. X is left on this side, and then this is -30 over 1. So for homework you can do 2/3 x equals 10, 2/4 x equals -2, and 1/3 x equals -5. Any questions about that? Is this kind of making sense?
Yeah.
Okay.